So guys, James Gunn released a first look of a mural showing the 300-year history of metahumans in the DCU, and this was in the Hall of Justice in Superman. And we got a first look at existing speedsters in this timeline, and it's very interesting, so let's talk about it. So firstly, who we first thought was to be Jay Garrick, who obviously is the original Flash in the comics. Now that we get a closer look, we can see that is not the case. This photo is around like the 18th, 19th century, and this is actually Max Mercury as WhipWhirlwind, who is a speedster in the Flash comics. Not as well known as Barry Allen or Wally West, but Max Mercury is still an important character in the Flash lore. So Max Mercury started as a 19th century US cavalry scout who encountered a mysterious energy known as the Speed Force long before modern speedsters, and after his exposure he obviously gained the abilities of a speedster, so he's gained the abilities of the Flash. Now, unlike other speedsters, Max Mercury actually developed a philosophical understanding of the Speed Force, so he learned how to feel and sense the Speed Force in a spiritual way rather than just a purely scientific way. Now over here he's actually known as WhipWhirlwind, which is one of the many aliases Max Mercury uses. And this alias is rarely used in modern stories now, but pretty much just represents his long history predating even Jay Garrick, who obviously is the original Flash. Now you do eventually see Max Mercury again in this timeline way later on, and over here he's taking up the persona of Quicksilver. And this is because every time Max Mercury passes new extreme limits with his speed, he accidentally ends up time traveling forward in time. And this has caused him to travel through to multiple different eras, and he adopts new identities, such as, like I said, Quicksilver. As a result to time traveling so many times, he begins to age slowly, and that's why he just appears younger, despite being from the 1800s. Now next up we do actually have a female speedster over here. This is Libby Lawrence, aka Liberty Bell. She pretty much gets her powers through ringing the Liberty Bell, and she gains like super strength and enhanced endurance and obviously super speed. So she is also a speedster in this timeline. She does eventually marry another speedster, that being Johnny Quick, later on giving birth to Jesse Chambers, who also becomes Liberty Bell.